Words from my great mentor. Laser focused is your only problem, but that's a serious problem with the issues you're dealing with. Learned helplessness. Severe ADHD. Suicidal, paranoid, schizophrenic tendencies. Mental issues. Looking at horror movies at a young age. Not being happy with dental work, which is a confidence problem. That being said, you only put in 5 to 10% of execution with the wonderful ideas you got. I told you don't say nothing to nobody today at work. You didn't say anything. You came up on 7 gift cards with probably $100 on each of them. One had 140. You came up on some cash to put up, and you came up on some cash to get you something to eat. You showed me how to make $250,000 off 9 credit cards. Your other friend how to make $50,000. Your other friend how to make $18,000, and now monetize her page. Got professional with it. Stopped what she was doing. Still got passive income. Listening to you and driving a $97,000 Trackhawk from listening to you. Now, you could have got $85,000 in credit, but you opted to get an $80,000 X5 BMW with the beautiful ambient lighting, with the panoramic view, with the ground lighting, the 40i X5 Sport M package with the M on the steering wheel and on the footrest. You're driving in an $81,000 BMW, and don't think people at your job are not hating. They want to get you out of there, they're hating. You're driving like the residents that live there. The GM and all of them still can't compete with you. They couldn't compete with you with your Stinger. Now they see you pull up in an $80,000 BMW, they hate. You talking to investors, you talking to residents about business, not just lollygagging and talking about bull. Actual business that means something of importance. They're hating on you. Do like you said, go down to that job again Monday, go in there, do that application perfect, and have a copy of your, have a copy of your resume. That's even more professional. Have something else. Have AI to type up something else. Have AI to type up your resume. Then have AI to type up the post you worked at, how many years, what you did, how you get along with people. Just put something brilliant together. Perfect. Find something for the same pay, graveyard, get on. You need to get out of Long Beach. Nothing good has happened for you really there. You've been there, you need to get out of California, you need to go to Miami. But that being said, continue to get your business going. The only reason it's not all the way cracking off is because you didn't pass out the 500 cards. Listen, pass out only 10 cards a day. Out of 10 cards, you're going to get 3 text messages with breakdown to 3 numbers. When you give people cards, tell them to text you. The thing that's making it harder for you to pass out cards where you want to is because you're not doing it with the natural herb cancer curing cards. That's what you were supposed to be passing out in front of the establishment that has targeted traffic you need. So when you out there, you can just be out there grinding it up. If you post out there for 45 minutes like that, you might pass out 100 of them. Out of 100 people, you get 30 numbers. 30 numbers can be a lifetime of clients. If you get 30 people to spend $100 a month, that's $3,000. You might get them to spend $100 every week. That's $3,000 a week. Long story short, 30 people is enough to have you balling. So you need to start this Monday until 1 month. When you have to pay your car note on the 17th of next month, that'll be a little less than a month, but that's enough. Have 30 numbers, no exception. You done passed out about 20 cards, you got about 2 people. But out of them 2 people, them 3 people, you're making about $300 a month. By the time I get there in July, you need to be at $1,000 a month, and that's going to be simple with 30 people. You got connections that nobody else actually got except for ballers. You got connections with that. You making that happen. Now you got some people interested in investing. You got somebody asked you how much. You got somebody thinking about it when you said 80%. Now he's a good guy. You said he's into the church. He speak real good. But when you said 80%, that got his attention more. So that show you he down long as he can rob the hell out you. The other dude asked how much. Your homeboy Sean said give him the details. If you come with a perfect pitch, you got 3 people that can partially be, I said it wrong, 3 people that can be potential investors in your business. Get this new job, get it all lined up. Get it all lined up. By the time you pay your next car note, be out of there. Once you lined up with a post, give them a 7-day notice. Tell them you moving out of town or whatever the case may be. Get the hell out of there and line it up because you get paid every week at a new job. So just make sure your car note is paid first. You got another paycheck coming from the job you're going to be quitting. And once you start in 1 week, you will have another paycheck coming in 2 weeks since you're a week behind when you first start a job. So you know what the hell to do. You don't need nobody. You shut up just today, and you came up on probably $500 to $600 in gift certificates and some cash and getting you something to eat. Just from being quiet. Don't tell nobody how you got them cards. Don't tell nobody how you got the cash. It's none of their business. You got it because you're you. Now, that being said, if you continue to keep your mouth shut, look what will happen. Look at the power you got of being quiet because people don't think like you. Remember, you're the man. You went and got an $83,000 car with 0 down, a trade-in and debt of $10,000, not worth what you owe on the car, and didn't have no proof of income. Then you turned a 670 credit score to a 786 in 7 months. Can't nobody do that. Can't nobody do the stuff you know how to do with credit. It's just you keep running your mouth to people who ain't got no willpower to be successful. Forget them. Your idea is brilliant, showing people how to pay back 5% of what they spend. You're going to teach them how to be a G, how to rap, how to live on the street, survive in county jail. All that's free when they spend $99 for you to teach them how to only pay back 5% of whatever they spend to increase their credit limits with a credit card. If you're paying back only 5% of what you spend, that means you spending $5,000 and you paying it back with $250. Now you do that for 3 months, you have paid back $15,000 to a bank. They turn in your $5,000 credit limit into a $10,000 credit limit. Now you do the next shit for 3 months. Now you spend $500 a month to pay off $10,000. You do that for 3 months, your 10 might just jump up to 25. They trust you. In a year's time, you got $35,000 of credit. In 5 years' time, you got $250,000 in credit, can get a house, can get a car, 0 down. You are in the game. 5 years, you have $250,000 in credit. I'm teaching you for $99 how to have $250,000 in credit in 5 years, learn how to survive on the streets, learn how to get out of gang trouble, learn how to be a real G, how to gain muscle, how to get on swole, how to have people ride with you. I'm giving you all my 52 years of street game. Well, I could say 42 years because I'm 53 years old. So all of that street game in the bloody streets of Compton, 136 in Wilmington, you getting all that. And I'm going to give you 2 of my songs, 3 verses of 20 bars you can have. Now, if you get a record deal, I want 10% of whatever you get at the record deal, 10% of the shows, 10% of everything if you make it big. If not, I ain't tripping. But if you get $1 million signing bonus, I want 10% of it. That's chump change. You learning all this on top of how to build your credit. Now, if I know how to make $250,000 in credit in 5 years, I know y'all way smarter than me. I got a 4th grade education and I'm 53. Education from the 80s. So if I know how to do it, y'all know how to make $250,000 in 1 year. But you get you a credit card, whatever type of card you get. If you get a Kohl's card, out of that Kohl's card, or any type of Capital One card, any type of bank card, any type of card where you got at least a $500 limit, spend the whole $500 and you pay it back for $25. Do that for 3 months. So you done spent $75 in 3 months and paid back $1,500. Your $500 credit card gonna be at least $750. Do it again, that $750 gonna just jump to $1,500. Do it again, it's gonna jump to $2,500. In a year's time, you gonna have $3,000 to $5,000 in credit from this, what I'm telling you how to do and get your business going. Now that's real game. You getting all this for $99. Are you serious? This is real game. No bullshit, no gimmick. You will receive a video. When you pay the $99, you will instantly receive an email of my songs and of 2 10-minute videos of me telling you step by step how to spend 5% of whatever you spend, how to be a G, how to survive on the streets, everything. 2 10-minute videos, which is 20-minute videos, and you will get the links to my private YouTube and TikTok videos to get even more game. This is no scam. This is no BS. I'm 53 years old, just got in the game, got learned helplessness, mental issues, paranoia, schizophrenic, suicidal tendencies, and ADHD, but I have put all that together. Never been to prison, never did no violent stuff. It's just that my mind goes 1,000,000 miles an hour every second. But if I can learn to focus that on one thing, would nobody out here be able to stop me? And I had people tell me I got all the game in the world, I just don't know it. And the person that told me that was the #1 car salesman at a racist car dealer selling 5 to 10 cars a week. Then another millionaire Caucasian lady told me, your ideas are beyond motherfuckers' imaginations, and for that reason, people is hating on you. And since you talk so much, I bet people been hating on you all your life. Somebody you called a friend gave you $10 out of $3,750. That ain't no friend. That's somebody insulting your intelligence and disrespecting you. And anybody else that gave you less than 10% of any significant amount of wealth in your life disrespected you, took you for granted, and insulted your intelligence. You the type of guy you can save people's lives with hope, positive energy, whatever the case may be, and they'll still get the blame to somebody else. They'll have the audacity to give it to another person that thinks you're a genius, or say it was up to God. But what they don't understand is God blessed them with people like you to give them game. But they'd rather die before they admit you smarter than them, because those are the type of people who have manipulated you. You was robbed of life for 4 decades, at least 3. And everybody in your circle that's haters had a chance to live their life, had a chance to have a family, had a chance to do what they wanted to do. You never had no chance like that. You never had your own family, never had no girl you stayed with, none of that. You was robbed of that life, and you're in the 3rd quarter with 10 minutes left. So anybody negative and toxic with a man like you, especially with the game and shit you done gave him, is definitely trying to ruin your life. Only people ever invested in you was Irvine. $25,000 spent. Profit made 40,000, you got 10, could have been 20. Long story short, your toxic surroundings made you jump at the first bite. The way God works is by multiplication, not adding. Multiplication, that ain't how you do it. You gotta make money with stuff that makes more money and more money and more money and multiplies. That's how you become a billionaire. And people don't have the discipline. That's why only 5% of people are successful. That's a genius idea, what you said, to get rid of the X5 in 1 year by March 4th, 2027. They financed it for you. You got an $88,000 payoff with a 75-month loan with a 4% interest rate. Do you know when you do that trick that you told me, which is genius, you're going to have a 0 utilization and all your credit scores are going to be in the mid-8s? You already had an 805. Equifax was 805. Experian was 720. TransUnion was 786. You're going to have all 8s. Get that PPO license in September when you get this business going. Well, the business you got going, you make it better. $1,000 a month once I get here on the 17th of July. Get mom's her car. Stay with me in Irvine for a month. Don't have nothing to do with Long Beach. Don't have nothing to do with nobody. We're going to give you the life you've been robbed of by hanging with 2 women that are successful and living the life you want to be living, deserve to be living, always wanted to be living, and agree with 97% of everything you made. And you made me $250,000 in credit, made her $40,000 in cash, made your homegirl Grace money, got her in $100,000 track hole. You have did more than 90% of haters in your life, and they never left you a video comment. And the biggest thing you did in your life was doing that video at Peter Marco's, a $200 million celebrity jewelry guy, and not one person commented your video. And remember, anybody that commented years later, anything over 6 months, is the most dreadful, deadliest hater. Because they're the type that'll make you feel guilty for your success because they ain't got nothing of value. The type of people who will try to tell a teacher they wrong. Arrogant people are the brokest people. Arrogant are the brokest because they don't think they need to learn. But at the end of the day, y'all ain't got nothing. When you get that, go to Irvine, get that 2-bedroom for you and mom, tax write it off like you said. She had that Buick for about a 3-year lease. You go in, get that spot. You would be at about $13,000 a month by June of next year. Credit could be fired. You'll have a security account. The worst to worst I see is 1 guard 24 hours at one post or 4 guards 16 hours. The worst I see you making is about $13,000 a month, and that's not including your side hustle, which you in turned into a business with license, which I know will be $5,000. Worst to worst between both you at $13,000. $3,800 a month will get you a nice 2016 construction townhome in Irvine by the Spectrum Drive area. $2,500 will get you that brand new facelift GLE 63 AMG that will not change the body style until 2030, which will be the end of your lease. The all red interior with the pillow seats, 600 horsepower. $2,500 a month, $400 with insurance. You spending $29 for that. You spending $4,000 for your place in Irvine, the other $200 to pay for cable and camera surveillance every month bills. So 4 or 5, so you spending $8,000 a month out of $13,000. So you get to put $3,000 up, never touched, and $2,000 for miscellaneous things, which is still only 70%, only 30% touched. Coming up on deals, somebody that's broke that's trying to sell something, stuff like that. So you will be all good. So you still stacking $36,000 a month after paying all your bills and chilling in Irvine Spectrum Drive and a nice $160,000 race Mercedes. Your mom's got her Buick, and everything's good. You got an investor, so you waiting for this big money to come, getting your little 20% cut, which people gonna say bad, but they ain't got nothing worth no money or no investor's time. So F what they're talking about. And once you get it big and blowing up, like it will, because you teaching people how to make money, it just need the right promotion. Teach them how to be a G, teaching them how to rap. Your videos is showing your skill from the 80s. They gonna get at least 50,000 people. 50,000 people times 100, you have made big money. 50,000 times 10 is 500,000. 50,000 times 100, you have made $5 million, and you getting 20% of $5 million, which is $200,000 each million, which means you are a millionaire. So you sitting back getting passive income because you ain't got to do no work. Live a nice life, driving your almost $200,000 Jeep, clown, and be the man you were supposed to be. In about another year after the investor, you will have that million by summer 2028. Then go to Miami, get that Ferrari like Mike Lowry, and be in the game all at 55 years old. And by the time you hit 58, 2 more years after that, you will be able to sell your idea to somebody big like a shark for $1 million up front, and then give them 50%. They're going to put it on Super Bowl commercials, and the same business going to get about 3 million downloads times 100, and y'all going to make $20 to $50 million. And when you get your 40% of that, you gonna be a $15-20 million dude. Then you can get that Pangani and that all glass beach house and be living the life you've been wanting to live by the age of 56. But trust me, you will be cool in Irvine in a $200,000 Mercedes, because by the time that lease is up will be the time you will be a millionaire.